My name is Rachel Catherine, and welcome to RCsummer. Good morning, friends. Welcome back. Today it is Thursday and it is Valentine's Day, and as you may have guessed, I'm gonna spend part of the day with my boyfriend. He has work in the afternoon, so we're gonna just spend the morning together. It is 7:51 a.m. and we're meeting up at 9, and then we're gonna go to an arcade and just like be a bunch of kids basically, and then we're gonna go have lunch at our favorite burger place. And I think that's the only things we really have planned. We might do something else if we have time before we have to come back before he has to go to work. But I just wrote him a little card. I'm really bad at words of affirmation. Like it just doesn't really flow for me. And my boyfriend does like words of affirmation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up the 5 love languages. It's really great to know what you are and what your loved ones are, so you can love them in a way that they feel loved rather than the way that you think they should be feeling loved, because people feel love in different ways. Like for me, mine are acts of service and quality time, so I find it really lovely when people like do things for me. Whereas my boyfriend, I think he's like, words of affirmation isn't his top one, but I think it's my last one, so like my bottom one, which means I don't really care about it much. So I wrote him a card and then I did some puns in the card because I just am not good with words, so I'll show you one of them. Ta-da! We make a great pair. Get it? Get it? If you guys watched the last vlog, you also saw that I went shopping to get some things, and I'll show you guys what I got for my boyfriend. It's really loud. It's pretty cringy and like lame, but some of you might like it. I thought my friends would think it was really cringy, but they thought it was really cool. So basically I just got a bunch of paddle pop sticks, and then these are the black ones, and on all of these I've written our favorite food places. So this one says Hog's Breath, this one says Fish and Chips, we have Pizza, Sanchuro, Schnitz, this one says Make Something at Home, Pancake Manor, just a bunch of different things. So these are all just different food ideas. Then the white ones are activities. So we have like rollerblading, picnic, stay in for the night. One of these says go plant shopping, but also one of them says go shopping at his favorite store. So, you know, I've evened it out. Driving range, rock climbing, going for a hike, bowling, just stuff like that. So that's all of the white ones. And I just painted the tips of these with just some paint that I had at home. And then the blue ones are places we can go. So some of them say like the city, or like parks that we have around us, or walks that we really like to go on, the beach, walk along the river, just stuff like that. So now I'm going to mix them all up. I just left them out so they could dry overnight because I painted them yesterday afternoon. And then I just went and got this little bottle from Kmart, which has this little cork top, which I thought was really cute. And I'm just gonna put them in here. By the way, I got this idea of Pinterest. It's definitely not my own idea. But basically, now they're all in there. And one thing that we really struggle with in our relationship is that we're both super indecisive. So when it comes to hanging out, we know we obviously want to hang out, but we never know what to do. So sometimes we'll be like, let's go out for dinner. And we're like, okay, where do you want to go? And then we're both like, I don't know, you pick. I don't know, you pick. So now he can just go, we need to go to a food place. Let's pick out a black stick and it will tell us where to go. It will help us think of activities or places or food. And even if we never use it, it's just more of a thoughtful gift, I guess. And then I got him just a bunch of his favorite snacks. So that's my little Valentine's Day gift. This is one thing that we really struggle with, is I love giving gifts to everyone and anyone. I love giving gifts. It is my favorite thing to do, but he hates receiving gifts. He likes giving them as well, but like he just doesn't like receiving them. And I'm also super sentimental and he's just not. So I knew he would not let me buy him like a really nice watch for Valentine's Day or like some new shirts or something. Like he just doesn't want that. He doesn't want me spending a lot of money. But like something like this where it's more just of a thoughtful thing, I feel like he'll appreciate that more than if I was to spend a lot of money. Even though I just want to spend all my money on buying him nice things. I need to go get ready because I look like a mess and I have to leave my house in like half an hour. So let's go. This is my outfit of the day. Super simple, super plain. This dress is from Cotton On. Has the Rachel Catherine frill, of course. And then I'm just wearing my Birks. So super simple, super easy, but super comfy. On my way to my Valentine. How exciting. I'm gonna listen to a podcast because my boyfriend lives like half an hour away from me. Wait, is the new... Yes! new Pretty Basic episode is out, so I'm gonna listen to that. I also need to stop at like Coles or something on the way to my boyfriend's house and get a little gift bag to put all of his stuff in that I got him. So that's the plan, but I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys later. It is much later now. It is like 7:30 or 8 o'clock, I'm not really sure, but I had the best day ever. It was such a good day. My boyfriend and I went out and we went to an arcade, which was super fun, and we just walked around the shops for a little while. Then we went and got lunch at Betty's Burgers, which was amazing, and then he got me some flowers. We went and picked them up. He'd already ordered them and paid for them online, and it was just so nice. They are the nicest flowers I have ever had in my life. I'll show you guys. Hopefully the lighting isn't terrible, because on my face it's terrible. This is what they look like. They are so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, I love flowers so much, and these, like I said, are the most beautiful ones I've ever had. But now I'm just having a little bit of a night in. I'm going to have a bath, read a book, maybe watch some YouTube videos, eat some chocolate. I've got the whole setup going. The bath is running at the moment, but I do need to choose a bath bomb or a bubble bar to put in the bath. Probably a bubble bar, they're my favorite. Bath is running. I don't know which one to do. There's a bubble bar. I might use Candy Mountain, that's like one of my favorites. This honestly looks amazing. I'm so excited. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, yes! Got my books, got my chocolate, got my makeup wipes. We're just good to go. Good night, my friends. I am going to bed. It is actually super early. It is only like 9 p.m. but I really want to wake up at like 5 a.m. so it's good to get an early night. I don't know how much I'm gonna vlog over the next few days, because I'm working 8-hour days for the next 3 days. All day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. So we'll see what I can vlog, what I can get up to. So I'll vlog as much as I can, but I'm sorry if it's not as much as I have been the last few days. But yes, I had a beautiful Valentine's Day today. Had a really lovely day, and I hope you guys did too. And I'll see you guys whenever I see you. Good night. Hello, my friends. It's actually like a lot of days later. It's Tuesday today, and the last time I vlogged was Thursday. I ended up working all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, all day Monday, so today is my first day where I've actually had a little bit of time off. But I thought I would end off this vlog by doing a little like Bible study / devotion with you guys. I am quite nervous because I don't think I've ever done something like this on my channel, but I have wanted to for the longest time. I'm definitely taking inspiration for this kind of video idea from Melina Ciotti. I love her videos and I love her confidence to share her faith. I'll leave her channel link below if you guys want to check her out, because she is amazing. But she does Bible studies like this every now and then on her channel, which I love, like I said. So I'm going to be doing one with you guys today. I do want to incorporate more of this into my channel, but I think I'll try to keep them at the end of my vlogs, when it's like an actual, like I'm sitting down and like explicitly, really intentionally talking about my faith. Like if my faith comes up in other areas or other times of vlogs, I'm not gonna like be like, no, I can't share this till the end of the vlog. But things like this, like a Bible study, devotion, I think I'll incorporate these sometimes in my videos, but keep them at the end of the video. So if you guys don't want to hear about this, if you don't want to hear about my faith or hear about God or Christianity or anything like that, then that is fine and you don't have to watch the end of the video. This is just a super important part of my life and it brings me so much joy, so I just kind of want to overflow that joy into other people, if that makes any sense. By no means am I educated. I'm not like a preacher, or I haven't gone to Bible college, anything like that. These are just my thoughts from a normal, I was about to say teenage gal, I'm 20 years old, I'm not a teenager anymore, but like I just wanted to share my thoughts and I thought it would be fun to do it with you guys. But again, take what I'm saying as opinion only. I really encourage you guys to do your own study on the Bible and things like that, so you know what is true, what's not, and how you want to interpret things. So this is just my interpretation. But today I'm going to do a little Bible study with you guys. This one will be on a passage in Luke in chapter 10 verses 38 to 42. So it's a very short passage, but it's one of my favorites. I get a lot of questions from you guys asking where my Bible is from. Mine is a few years old, so I don't know if you can get this exact one anymore, but my one is from Kurong. I will link Kurong down below. But if you search up journaling Bible, you will be able to find the Bibles with the little space down the sides if you want to write notes. I actually read this morning in my quiet time, and I just really love this passage, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So basically in this passage there are three main characters. We have Jesus, who, if you don't know, is the Son of God in human form. And then we have Martha and Mary. And Martha and Mary are sisters. And in this passage, basically the context is Jesus and his disciples are traveling through different villages, and they come into this one village where Jesus meets Martha, and she invites him for dinner at her house. So he says, sure thing, I love food, love a dinner party, love to chat with some peeps. So he heads on over to Martha's house, and now they're in Martha's house, and they're just hanging out. And the people mentioned in the story are Jesus, Martha and Mary. I don't know if the disciples went with him to this dinner or not, but there's your context. So in this passage, Martha seems super stressed out, as one would be if Jesus, the Son of God, was in your house and you were trying to prepare a dinner for him. I really relate to Martha in this story. I wish I could relate to Mary, but I'm definitely a Martha in a lot of situations. But Martha's really stressed out. Shush bird. It says she was really distracted by the big dinner that she was preparing for Jesus, which makes sense. If you're preparing a dinner for Jesus, you're gonna be pretty distracted by it because you want to make sure everything is perfect. By the way, if I'm looking down, I'm just reading off the notes that I wrote this morning while I was reading through this passage. I really like to write notes. She was basically just trying to serve Jesus. That's basically what she was doing in one sentence. Mary, her sister, on the other hand, was just sitting at the feet of Jesus, just chilling, listening to him chat. Like I said earlier, I can really relate to Martha in this passage. I love details. I am a perfectionist. I find it really hard to relax, especially when there are things to be done. I do not like sitting down and chilling until everything that I need to get done is done. So if I were Martha in this situation, like if I was in this situation, I would be so stressed out. I would be making sure everything was perfect. I would be focusing on the details. I would just be very flustered and just stressed out, basically. And she notices that Mary is just chilling at the feet of Jesus, just hanging out. And as one would, she gets a little bit frustrated at this because it feels like to her she is doing all the work and Mary is literally doing nothing. And again, can totally relate to Martha in this situation, and would not be happy if my little sister or big sister, I don't know, if my sister was chilling out while I was doing all the work. So she goes up to Jesus and she says, Lord, doesn't it seem unfair to you that my sister just sits here while I do all the work? Tell her to come and help me. Obviously she was really frustrated. But then Jesus says to her, my dear Martha, you are worried and upset over all these details. There is only one thing worth being concerned about. Mary has discovered it and it will not be taken away from her. Okay, let's break this down a little bit. He starts off by saying, my dear Martha. So overall what he says is criticism, I guess you could say. She's basically said, Jesus, why don't you tell her to help me? And he's basically said, why don't you do what she's doing and listen to me and chill with me instead of being so concerned with everything else going on? But he starts off by saying, my dear Martha. So it's gentle criticism. He says what he needs to say. He says this criticism, but he says it gently and he says it with love. And I think that this is something that we can totally learn from Jesus, is that even if someone is frustrating us, even if someone is not doing what we want them to do, even if we're in a difficult situation when we're not enjoying ourselves, there is always a way that you can be nice about things. And I just really like that. Like I said, there is always a nice way to say something, and I think he just does that really well. I mean, he's Jesus, he's perfect, so no surprises there. Anyway, moving on. What Jesus does is he reminds her of the big picture when she was focused on all the details. Like I said earlier, I love details. I focus on details. I'm a perfectionist, but I often get distracted from the big picture. Jesus went to Martha's house so he could spend time with Mary and Martha. That is the big picture. She is concerned about getting the dinner all sorted. That is a very small detail in the big picture. In his response to her, he reminds her of why he is there and why she is there too, and what her role is in that situation. And in that situation, if Jesus is in your house, you probably want to pay attention to him. If I was going to make this more practical to us, I feel like a lot of Christians nowadays are like, okay, to be a good Christian, I need to read my Bible, I need to go to church, I need to listen to worship music, and I need to, I don't know, do my Bible studies. And so they create this list in their mind of all the things they need to do, and they go through their daily routine and they tick off these things. And I'm so guilty of doing this. I'll literally write on my to-do list, read my Bible. So I make sure that I do that day. Doing all of those things are great, but they are not the same thing as spending quality time with God, spending quality time with Jesus. Reading your Bible is not going to do anything for you unless you are actually trying to apply the words and understand what they truly mean. Listening to worship music is just the same as listening to any other music if you're not actually listening to the words and taking them on and singing them and worshiping God through that. Doing a devotion is not bad at all, but you want your heart to be fully in that. Praying is awesome, is really good, but you want to be fully present with God while you do that. So remove the distractions. Don't give yourself a time limit to be able to pray. Don't make it something that you're just trying to tick off in your daily routine. Make it something that you really are spending quality time doing. So those are my basic thoughts. It's something that I need to focus on a lot more as well. I get super distracted by just doing things for the sake of doing them rather than actually thinking about why I'm doing them and reminding myself of the big picture. So yes, doing things for God is good, but doing life with God and being more present with Him and trying to seek Him and spend time with Him with your whole heart, that is more important. So I hope you guys liked this little Bible study. I hope you guys liked this little vlog. Hopefully it helped one of you guys out there. If you guys have any thoughts that you would like to add from this Bible study or this passage in the Bible, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your opinions and your perspective on this, because like I said earlier, this is just my opinion, these are just my thoughts. But yeah, that's all I have to share with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.
I just had to let you know you're mine.